Welcome to the Republic of Players podcast, where we dive deep into the world of gaming, whether it's latest releases or classics that paved the way. Whether you are a seasoned gamer or just somebody starting out, well then this podcast is for you. Whether it's first-person shooters, role-playing games, classics, or even talking about the latest in VR technology, you need to grab your controller, sit back, and enjoy the show.
Anticipate.
What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Republic of Players. This is episode 5. It is International Women's Day. We're going to be celebrating that on the show, talking about the greatest women in the video game industry and also voice actors and video game characters as well. My name is Ronan. With me we have Paddy, Tink, Aidan and John. What's happening, guys?
Hello. 5 in a row.
5 in a row.
Go on then, ladies.
They said it
Go
couldn't
on
be
then,
done.
ladies.
I have to say I like the overlay. It's nice.
It's very
Good job.
fancy.
Yeah.
Right.
Put
Good
you in the
job,
middle,
Ronan.
Paddy, our glorious leader.
10 minutes to the show and Roland's
I'll
next
take
new one.
geography for 200 there, Ronan.
Paddy always texts me going, you can hardly do that. It's 5 minutes to the show, Paddy. Yeah, no bother
And
at
make
all.
it work.
Do it yourself.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Do it to yourself.
We'll make it work.
Make it work.
Yeah, so we got the 5-man overlay. 5-person overlay. That's the
Five
second
persons.
one.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
Jesus.
Off to a
On
good start.
On today of all days.
Oh wait, I
Ronan.
have my card today. Right, hold on. I have to substitute I'll get a piece of paper in a second. We'll use the chewing gum. Go on. It's good. Don't worry, you're good. Don't worry.
Great to see so many people watching. Nine.
Yeah, it is.
Hello,
great.
everybody.
Thank you for stopping us so early.
Exactly. Do sub to the channel if you haven't already. We do run this every week. We have done for the last 5 weeks, so
Tell ya.
it's getting consistent.
5 bloody years.
Let's go.
Season 2, Paddy. Season 2.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Episode 5,000.
The production value is just going up and up. Like, look at us.
Back in the day, there was an episode maybe every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're good.
Tell us, anyone have any kind of big news before we jump into the news section? We've got a lot to get through, actually.
There's a good stretch in the evenings.
There is a great stretch. in the
There is a
evenings.
great stretch of the
There is a great stretch in the evenings. Great for the golf.
None of us are farmers, though, so.
Speak for yourself.
I skied for the first time.
You're not a
Oh,
farmer.
skiing
Aidan.
is amazing.
Are you? No, you're
Fathers.
Is he?
What?
I thought he was a scrapyard.
He's my father has many irons and many fires.
There you go.
It's kind of happens when you're a scrapyard.
Scrapper / farmer.
Everything's
Literally.
anyway, you know?
Massive scrapyard.
Liverpool bet the crap out of us at the weekend.
Oh,
which
Jesus,
was-
they sure did. It
Christ.
was beautiful.
I
I
was
was
gonna
tempted
bring
to get
it
a
up,
can
but
of
you know
7 up,
what?
to be honest.
It was
I tempted to get a
absolutely
can of 7 up.
gorgeous.
It was absolutely carnage. My son,
saw-
I don't think will ever watch another Manchester United game again. Yeah, it
I'll
was
be
hard to
traumatizing
watch.
for a child.
Ah, stop. It
But all-
was fantastic.
Real
It was
lads.
it was
also,
lovely. I'm not even a Liverpool fan. It was great.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, John. It was great because I watched that. It was an awful experience, but the F1 start of the season was on, and it was an amazing race as well. And then we had the
Great
golf that
things.
evening, so I didn't even really think about the football. Who cares about that sport anyway?
Yeah, sure.
You don't even like football.
Ronan, you're not living in my world. I'm a freaking Chelsea fan. So number one, I'm hated by literally everybody, and also
Including me, John.
and we're freaking 10th. So this is not what.
How much did you spend this year?
We spent more than what was it? More than the Italian, German, and Spanish league combined. 600 million, I believe.
Oh my
600
god.
million.
Financial fair play. Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Daddy,
No,
Durr.
we got it sorted. Listen, sorry to turn
Me
this
and
into a
Daddy
soccer
are fighting.
podcast, but listen, we didn't break any rules because we offered people 8-year-long contracts, which is technically not illegal, but it's so scummy that they're actually going to change the rules because of what we did. So there you go. That's Chelsea for you.
So if you'd like to tune into the Republic of Footy,
Yeah.
we're
gonna have
To
a
be
side
honest,
show.
if you look up the Republic of Players, right, guess what comes up? Irish football.
It's just going to
So
be me
there
and
you
John
go.
giving each other abuse.
I mean,
We're
yeah,
not,
the
too,
Republic-
we're not too
yeah.
far off. We're not too far
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
Irish
yeah.
football comes up.
we're just around the corner. Yeah.
There you go.
Thinks annoying. He's like, don't talk football. Let's get on. She's
Stop
here 2
ruining
weeks
the
and already
algorithm.
scolding us. She's already scolding us.
So we'll jump into news, guys, because there's some really interesting news this week. Xbox Game Pass games for March have been revealed. We have, I think this was actually mentioned definitely a couple of weeks ago. Civilization 6 is the big strategy game that's coming to Xbox Game Pass. That's a game that I haven't played in years, and I'm definitely going to jump into it with it free on the Game Pass. Anyone
Do it.
want to jump in?
Spend your time on that game. It's a beautiful game to get into.
I got
It's good
addicted to it
multiplayer as well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I got addicted to it for a while, and like I never played another Civilization game. I was like, this game is amazing, it's the best ever. And then you look at comments, people are like, oh, they got rid of all the things from Civ 4 and Civ 5. I'm like, oh yeah, I had no idea. Apparently some people don't like that game, but because it was my first one, I was like, this game is amazing.
And then John, you and me played this game and had a hell of a time. Valheim.
Oh yeah.
Viking
Yes.
RPG, old school graphics. Hell of a time. The tree mechanics when you knock a tree down is the best I've ever seen in any video
It
game.
should have been in every game. You knock down one tree, you can get 4 for your buck. It's absolutely amazing.
could also
The tree falls on the...
land on your
trees
head.
can knock
kill
down
you.
other trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's genius.
It is genius.
It's
It's
great.
so
And
underrated.
you know what? It could happen in real life. You know what I mean? It's shocking stuff.
Saves
Like,
you so much time.
are you hearing us right now?
I like the trees coming down in Sons of the Forest. They look pretty cool.
Yeah.
No, they're very good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, he's enjoying Sons of the Forest.
Oh
I love
yeah.
this. Brilliant.
That's very fun. As we were saying when we were playing it, there's always, especially when you're kind of, because we did a little bit of base building, but then we realized like we kind of
Well, I knocked the base down, didn't I? By
No, I
accident.
think it was
That's
the
what I'm
monster,
wondering.
wasn't it?
I'm wondering. I think you did, Ronan, because
No, I'm going to put my hands up, and I
It
didn't
looks
want to
like
mention it
you're-
on the day because, like, you were building it for like an hour before I arrived.
INEC
It looks like your
evidence.
axe. It looks like your axe wing. I think
John
I
has
even,
a VOD of it up.
We need a VOD. We'll have to get a
Yeah, there's a
review by the
VOD.
boys in the
Well,
lab.
okay, I'll show you my side of the VOD, but it was.
Right,
No,
yeah, we'll
'cause
let us know in the comments below if you want me to do a forensics.
I
I thought it was coming to save you. I thought it was coming to save you, and the
I
whole.
even-
handle the scandal.
I even said in the video for a second, but then I don't say. I think I go like, "Oh, who did it? Who did it?" Because I saw you take.
I know,
the
and I just the way you said it, you made me feel real nervous. I was like, I'm not going to admit to this, John. Sons of the Forest. I think we can all agree that it is a very, very good game. The fact that it's early access
It's like
does have a
20
few
quid or
issues with
something.
audio, but apart
you
from
go.
that, it's really good, really enjoyable, scary as well in parts.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely.
We're going to play maybe after the show if Paddy can
I
get a
think-
can of Monster into him to keep him awake.
Yeah, I have it here.
Oh, there
yeah.
you go.
Oh,
We're on.
you're such a
Um,
rebel with your monster.
You can actually
man.
add 8 people in that game, so if anyone wants to buy it and jump on, you can jump away.
Ooh.
Yeah, we need somebody to make our base up and for them to knock it down again.
Kelvin's not doing it for us. Well, he is. Like, fair enough. What am I saying? Kelvin's an absolute dote. I love him.
He's a great addition,
Unreal.
Kelvin.
Unreal.
He is. He is.
It's a very good game. It's very popular at the minute.
It's really good. I love the crafting system in it. It's so well laid out, and if anyone
I'm
likes those
wondering
type of
though,
games,
with the game, if we just kept going to all the locations that we're supposed to go to, do we need any bases at all? Because it seems like we
That's
just can
what-
keep going, keep
That's
going.
what I
keep
was
going, keep
thinking.
going.
I was thinking that as well. That's what I was saying. That's what I was getting at. Because once we actually started just going from place to place getting stuff, and there
Yeah.
was stuff happening constantly, that's when it was like, oh, now we're fighting sharks. Oh, now
Now we're
being attacked by
fighting
cultists.
sharks.
Oh, it's
I see.
dolphins,
Well,
as Paddy said.
Get the what?
I think
Yeah.
there's a dolphin here. No, Paddy, that's a great white shark.
I look like to look down the bright side of life.
And
Dolphin.
yeah, and then it was like,
Shark.
no, just swim out to me
Yeah,
here. It's
right.
grand, and you go out
Hopefully
with
this
4
thing's
sharks.
safe.
Yeah.
swimming
Yeah,
around.
right.
2 boys getting ate by the shark and me shooting them. No!
I didn't get chopped once. They loved Ronan. They loved Ronan's flesh.
They did.
It's tasty.
wanted a
Look
bit
at
of
him,
me.
sure, he's great looking.
So the other games are Dead Space 2 and 3. 2 is a very good game. The third one, not so much. Went a
Heavily
little bit
agree.
too much action orientated. Really kind of destroyed the.
The horror
yeah.
kind of suspense.
Yeah, 2
Feel.
is pretty
It was
good.
a co-op game.
Yeah.
It's a co-op game. I
Oh.
have actually, I haven't played it yet, but I do have Dead Space 1 remastered ready to go on my PC, and I'm looking forward to playing that. It looks top class. Like
Really
the
does.
original, like obviously the game is amazing anyway, but to see it in those graphics, I think it's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Guilty Gear Strive is also there, and we have
One
Nino
of the best
Kuni
fighting games
2.
of all time.
Best
Guilty Gear
fighting
Strive.
games.
One of the Guilty Gear Strive is one of the best fighting games ever made. It's absolutely insanely good.
And we have game updates have been released for Fallout 76, No Man's Sky, Halo Infinite, and Sea of Thieves for the news there on Xbox Game Pass. Which
Sea of Thieves, has that not been free forever? No.
just
Update for it.
updates on that.
All right. I thought you said it was on Game
No.
Pass. Like what?
That-
When?
And then they throw usually they'll throw together some kind of cosmetic perk or whatever it is
Yeah.
after Game Pass for the update to really push it as well. And I will never ever ever go out to sea ever again with my friend keepers.
To
Who knows?
to jump over to PlayStation Plus free games for March, it's extremely strong as well. Just looking at the games here. So we have, I know you're a big fan, Tink, Battlefield 2042. You're also amazing
How
at
could
the
you
game.
How could you tell? Yes, get on to it because the new season has dropped as well. We're on season 4 now.
Yep.
It's starting to really peel out some nice content in terms of maps. We have Flashpoint, we're revisiting that. We're also revisiting some older eras as well. So they have the portal available and they also swap it out every week. So every week on a Tuesday, Irish time, 1 p.m., they renew everything and all of your tasks as well. So everything is just, it's good. It's great. Get on.
So tell
I'm
me,
like
for
with you.
somebody that was a massive fan of the third one and the fourth, like a massive fan, one of the, probably the FPS game I put more time into besides maybe Tarkov. What is there the same kind of game modes? Do you have Rush? Do you have Conquest? What's the one that kind of
Rush.
brings you back in every time you jump on?
I love me Rush, don't gonna lie, love me Rush, but they have two
Yeah.
versions of it as well. So you're not only looking at 64, you're looking at 128 as well. So it gives longer gameplay. You have your conquest, and the conquest maps are so vast. But not only are you doing conquest modes, there's different modes like breakthrough, you also have within the portal kind of different features like team deathmatch, free for all, a version of gun game. So it'll also introduce tank modes, air superiority, so you can get to work on different things within them, within all aspects of what you're into. If you're support, if you're an assault, if you're a scout or whatever. So it really pushes your kind of boundaries. Or refuse to fly though. Refuse to fly.
I am so
Like people
I'm
that
s-
play.
It keeps giving different modes, different features, different ideas for you to and I keep saying this every week, and you probably see me repeat it on my live stream, but it pushes you to kind of get out of your little kind of comfort box. Now you do know I like the snipe as well, but I'm not crazy about LMGs, but there is something about that Avanci that I just want to take home to bed. And there's something about an SMG like a K30 that I just want to put in my purse. It's just
How expansive
helps-
are the weapons in it? Could you be unlocking weapons, continuously for the next, let's say, 6 months to a year, like the Battlefield 4 and 3?
with the content so far in terms of even the tanks that you're getting as well, you're getting a good bit of content out of it. You're starting to grind it now. They're
Yeah.
adding vault weapons from Battlefield 2, Bad Company 2,
Yeah.
or even Battlefield 3. They're adding stuff. They're even adding newer versions of the MAV as Cav, they're introducing different ideas and concepts into even the specialists that you're getting. So everybody has their own kind of unique feature to themselves. And as they're kind of rolling that out every kind of, at monthly basis, every season as it comes in, you're getting new gadgets or a new guy or a new girl or whoever, right? Or a new kind of feature every time. And even a new grind when it comes to the vault weapons, you have a ton of stuff you need to master. And there are so many things. You even have throwing knives, man. There is people running around with C5, strapping it to people and trying to master that. It is
There's a sequel to C4.
it is there is yes, and then there's a lot of sequels to everything. There's people who even got more creative on the fact of you took a drone, you put C5 into it, and then you fly it out, and then you just kind of time it, and then you detonate and you take everyone out. I have done crazy things in my time with my
We used to call it
characters.
C4 truck
So
back in the day.
and the wonderful thing is that you could do solo mode and co-op mode, and you can actually push the AI into a really advanced level to give yourself more challenges. And what I end up doing is if I get introduced to a new map or a new weapon, and I'm trying to just kind of not feel so insecure live on stream when I'm trying to learn something, so I get me little confidence up, I go into that and I challenge myself. And it's nice to kind of blow off steam where you could just drill down a bunch of lads. But it's also nice to kind of wield the weapons and say, okay, well, this is what I'm comfortable with in terms of I'm better with the Rex than I am with the MP9 or whatever, right?
Seems like
So
a
it's-
really good game to get for free, because it's a game, like I said, I wouldn't pay full price for, but I definitely give it some
It's-
time now that it's free on
yeah.
the PlayStation.
And this is the thing as well. Like I got it when it launched. People had their experiences as well. I fell back onto Battlefield 5 where I was comfortable until I
Yeah.
was like, okay, well, I'll wait for the updates. I have plenty of games to play. Everyone has their own experience, and that's none of my business of what your 2 cents is. And I respect that. So
Yeah.
when they had the update saying like we're going to be launching stuff in June, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to wait until June, and then I'm going to start grinding. And I did, and it was a very, although it felt like the same game and what we're getting, it felt like a very different experience to what we had in the beginning. So that gave me more and more. Obviously, you see me playing it every fucking day, every week. It's just, it keeps growing and growing and growing. And I just keep pushing it to people. And I think it's sad that people kind of hold on to the poor impression of, and I get it in stream as well. So it's like, is this still a shit game? And I'm like, when's the last time you played it? Oh yeah, the beta. And I'm like, okay, right.
Yeah.
So it's,
That's where I
you're
played.
you're already kind of going with everyone else. Don't be a sheep. Go out and try it yourself. And now it is for
When
free.
did that game come out? Last year?
November. Yeah.
November last year.
Yeah.
And it did. You know yourself, and you some people had their own experiences with it and stuff. But from what I heard, again, I never played it, but I heard it was. And you're saying content's coming out the whole time. It was lacking in content and it was very buggy. That's what I heard. But
exactly. But you haven't even touched it because you're like, oh yeah, I'm not going to touch it because it's also an expense, and I can appreciate that as well.
Is there any microtransactions?
Well, you can purchase points in order to buy cosmetic stuff, but you can also grind it as well to earn your points to get your cosmetic stuff.
I don't mind that at all.
So the 2 options there is available. There's no kind of like, for me anyway, there's no kind of shortcut for me to like buy my way into getting a better weapon. That's not available.
That's good.
Right? It's all cosmetic. So it is friendly enough to play. But like I said to you, John, like it's that kind of impression where people are like, I'll stay away from it, because it's two things. One, you had your experience, you don't want to go back because you already purchased the game maybe, or you don't want to purchase the game on the basis that it's going to cost something for the poor experience that you're hearing about. You know what I mean? Instead of going in and get your own 2 cents. Which
That's
is
the problem. That's the problem when games are expensive. If you release a half-baked game, it's going to suffer.
But that's it as well. And that's why I always fight with people saying, like, at the end of the day, if it's going to be like, if you're playing a beta, just set the expectation that this isn't the full product. This is still in, development, be it private or public or early access or whatever it may be titled as. So it's kind of like that impression that I always go in with. Mind you, I come from like an IT engineer background. So it's kind of like in my nature to be like, this is my expectation. Someone is still working on this, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the way I go with the impression. And then I'm like, okay, well, if I enjoyed this first impression, maybe they're going to be working on things. The feedback is there for a reason. I have that mindset, but as a consumer, you don't really see that conversation. Maybe that mindset's not there. So
there's also the mindset
it's all
that
about conversation and communication, maybe. I don't know.
There's also the mindset that it is an EA game. Now, I love my EA games. I think they've done a great job since the Star Wars Battlefront 2, that disaster, and I think they've done a great job of actually releasing really good games in the past couple of years. So I'm willing to definitely give that one a go.
That's the thing, and I have to say this as well. You're going to be like, she's biased because she's an EA on the EA Creators Network. Of course, right? Of course, you're going to say that, but I don't sign up for anything just for the sake of anything. No, I'm happy with what I'm doing because I get the opportunity to have the conversation with people of what I enjoy about making the content for, so I get to have that. But at the end of the day, like I said, like if you want to save money and you're on a different console or PC or anything like that, well, not on PC, but if you're able to get a physical copy, then you can buy it that way. If you're not on like the PS Plus plans or whatever that's cracking on with the cost, go out and find it. Someone might
wonder how much money the games get, the companies get when they go free like that on the PS Pluses.
Well, same conversation with like Netflix with movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's how I see it. I don't know.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but I still wonder how much.
Yeah,
a percentage of the PS Plus plan, probably something small, which
probably a lot
each
when it
individual say, it all adds up.
Download.
The other games, guys, are definitely worth talking about as well. We have Minecraft Dungeons as well coming out, which looks like a lot of fun. I think I'm going to definitely play this one with my son. He's a big Minecraft fan, and that looks like a hell of a lot of fun.
This is a really good kids' first Diablo.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
Like a Diablo.
It's a really good game for that. If you want to teach your kid about that sort of game.
I would love to see someone, if someone out there is beautifully talented enough to make an reimagined version of what Ado just described. Come on now.
Sure, we have AI to do it these days. Let's check.
Back in a sec. My God, could you imagine my first Dark Souls? You know.
And then talking about Dark Souls, Code Vein, which is a Dark Souls-esque game, which I was extremely interested in when this was being released, but we never got to play it, did we, John?
I only ever played the demo, and I was like, yeah, this demo's kind of cool. And then it came out, and I never touched it, and I don't know why. You
didn't hear anything in the grapevine at all, like advertisement or people talking about it at all. Oh, very strange.
I've actually watched. I've seen people play this game.
We knew it was coming out. We actually had conversations about it. We just never picked it up when it came out. So again,
that's mad.
This is a great kind of reason.
There was a lot of games coming out.
Yeah, that could happen.
So this is a great game to get for free because I suppose it brings it back into the eye of the gamers, and I'm definitely going to, probably out of all of these, I definitely will pick up Battlefield, but I'm looking forward to checking out Code Vein.
Yeah, I'd probably check out Code Vein.
This reminds me of that one that Revenant from the Ashes came out on PS Plus, and it was like the perfect time to get interest in that game, and they got the sequel greenlit through it.
You know that like now that Battlefield is available, that it is crossplay and stuff like that, and like we're friends and stuff. There's no excuse. We all have to play together. We must do this live.
Just give me 2 days to download it, and it's all perfect with my
2 days.
2 days.
Stupid internet.
See you next month.
What's going on with your interwebs, man?
I live in the sticks. I live in the absolute sticks. We wind up internet out here. I have to wind it up every morning.
There's a hamster out the back running all easy.
Love it. I love so much thought of it.
Some news coming from Take-Two, guys. Take-Two confirms layoffs following exponential growth in recent years. The GTA publisher said the cuts will better align our organisation with our long-term priorities. And I suppose not just talking about Take-Two here, there's been cuts all across the tech sector. And a lot of the gaming companies have made massive cuts in some of their departments. So this seems kind of normal news. I know obviously there's people being let go, and it's maybe a terrible time for people, which is awful. It's
the sacking people during exponential growth trope has gotten really sickening though.
Yeah, it's getting a bit ridiculous if you ask me now.
I think it's just
the way of the gaming industry. Like this has been going on for it's nothing new. The contracts seem to be quite small.
Oh, they're not losing any stock anytime soon, from what I can see here.
No, they gain stock because usually what happens is that I can tell from the stock market is when they let people go, they're obviously saving money, and then the next quarter is released, and then the stocks go up.
Hell of a jump though, from 108 Freedom Bucks all the way up to 118. It's quite a jump.
Yeah, I have a few quid in Take-Two.
I always feel like these sort of situations, this is going to make them good money, but then they'll end up, it's going to make the games worse.
It's not only that, it will make the games worse, but what it'll also do is obviously you got the human element of it's horrible for these people losing their jobs, but also it's going to incentivize they still need to fill their quotas, whatever. So it's going to even more incentivize crunch. I think is what it's going to. I think it's going to make for even worse than working conditions for developers that are still on. So it's a weird one. If they can get the job done with less,
there's been a shitload of it in the past couple of years. It's really sick.
There has. But it's like it is all across the tech industry, it seems.
But I think sometimes companies try and take on too many people because they're trying to grow too fast, and then they realize they're growing too fast, and then just get rid of people.
Working from home or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah,
because that's what's happened with Facebook and all them. And Twitter, especially their Twitter.
Facebook, they lost 8 billion in a year, focusing on a made-up fucking digital universe that nobody wants.
And Twitter, Elon Musk said that. But his company is the highest non-profit there is. Like these companies are just trying to look massive, and they end up with no money.
Yeah.
That's a really good point, Ed. Nobody wanted that. It was shoved in our face.
Nobody wanted it at all.
We've played Grand Theft Auto. We know what a virtual world is like. This is nothing new.
There's a edition as well. Take that into consideration.
Everything again, I don't know too much about it, but like everything that they showed about the metaverse and going in with putting your helmet on and was like talking to people and all this, it looked worse than freaking Steam's VR chat
it looked
thing.
trash.
It looked like Farmville.
I suppose that's what happens when you have the money to market something. Even if it's crap, you're still going to get it shoved in your face.
Yeah, this 8 billion, I think they lost in a year. What do they have to show for it?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Facebook have
Nothing.
only Facebook's worst enemies themselves.
I honestly think that that's going to work in the end. I know he's probably not right now, but I think that's kind of where everyone's going.
I think the
I don't
backlash
think-
since this has started, I don't think anybody wants
No,
it.
I
at
never
all.
thought it was going to be a thing. Like they expect like people to, people working. Why would they not continue to just use Teams? Why would you have to stick on a headset, walk into a virtual
Well,
office? That
what
just
I'm kind of
sounds
talking about is
ridiculous
like
to me.
Listen,
gaming-
if you want to
gaming-wise.
relive your
More-
surrogate Bruce Willis fantasy, you go right ahead, but don't drag us all
That's a
into
great
it,
movie.
right?
More importantly, Ronan, more
Yes.
importantly, how are you ever going to get everybody to turn their Teams camera on? Never mind, get them to go into the virtual
Yeah, no.
reality.
Listen, there's already been slip-ups during the pandemic. We've seen it, okay? We've seen it.
This
Just saying.
this
Like, could
virtual
you
world
imagine?
thing, like it's
Interest has only shrunk since this was
Yeah.
started. Like it hasn't gotten, people aren't more interested, they're less interested.
And also,
Yeah.
I think the virtual world thing, I think, again, I actually have to agree with Paddy. I think it might be a bit before its time. I think stuff like this is actually going to happen, personally. But what I'm worried about is, again, maybe it's my own biases here, but the whole idea of having your own meta space, I think that gets into the whole thing of
Stupid.
Oh, for God's
like,
sake.
but having
Yeah.
what really
then
didn't help it was the crash of NFTs, because I remember they were talking even about like, oh, you're going to own this one limited time poster that you would buy as an NFT that you could sell in the metaverse,
People were only
Do you remember
interested in the
South Park's
metaverse
one?
because of NFTs.
because you could have,
Yeah.
we'll say, quote unquote, physical objects in
Yeah.
the metaverse that you could sell to other people, and
I
there's only
think-
one version of that object.
I think when NFTs died, the idea of the metaverse died.
So
with
do
it.
I. That's what I'm saying. I think it really affected. We'll say.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't.
Like,
I
because
don't
you're
think
gonna
that.
build this virtual house with your
Yeah.
virtual $30 million fucking gazelle thing. Sorry for swearing, but seriously.
What
it
do you
just-
think, Paddy? You think it's going to
Too
work?
old.
I just think it's the for gaming wise and hanging out with people. I think it might be something to look forward to in the future. Like I just don't think it's right now.
I
But do
could-
we
think
I
it's not
could-
there.
I
do we
could
not
see
do
it
that
helping,
anyway?
like,
Do you know what I
nursing
mean?
homes.
Yeah, but I understand. But like
Why does it have to
jumping in a VR game and hanging around with your friends. Like if you're younger, like it would be fun. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, maybe not this generation, but a few generations down the line, I can see people getting even more recluse than we are now.
What
I'm
about
just-
older generations though? Like
Well, it's
imagine
not- I know
having
the
that.
generations not things go differently when we as we go down
I
the
want
generations.
it when I'm in Elwood. I want virtual
not now.
reality when
But
I'm
not
in Elwood.
But
I'd
even
be sitting
VR is
there
a specialized experience.
the
Like not
glasses,
everybody is
you know?
experiencing VR, even though they are out in the market. People can use VR,
Yeah,
pretty
well,
high
no,
standard
I
VRs.
agree, but I think
Somewhere.
we don't really know what's going to happen. And I don't know which way gaming's going.
And I think the
It's kind of at
technology
a
is-
crossroads.
I think the technology is going to get better and better and better as well. And I
Mm.
think it's like, I can envision the future where Wally is real and we're all in those floating chairs and we're all.
If we get to a
Oh, I
stage
want
where
that.
if we get
I
to a
want
stage
that.
where there's like an MMO that you put this thing on and you're literally lost in this detailed world, then
Yes.
maybe. But
I will play
did you
Sword
see
Art
the
Online.
meta world? Like it was Zuckerberg in pixelated graphics jumping around an office, and it was just
Yeah.
it never caught me. Like
But the thing is with these tech companies, with Xbox, with VR, with all that, they're always trying to be ahead of the game. They're always trying to be that one step, and they always try and push the boundaries as much as they can.
Yeah.
And the market is not usually ready for it, and that's what happens. These
I
things
think it's
crash
just-
and burn before they even get going. Like he's going to keep going with that.
I
you
think
keep burning money
Mark,
into
I think Zuckerberg will either
Mm.
have to stop this or be forced out of the company.
Yeah.
He's
Probably.
lost. They've lost so
But
much.
sure, Facebook game is the same thing. They're like that hasn't done too well.
But
Well,
they
not
never,
that I, not
they
that I
never
know.
put
I've
the
seen
major
someone
money
doing
into
too well in it.
Facebook gaming that they did into the metaverse. The metaverse was their big project. They were spending everything on it, and what they're down half their value over it.
But
Yeah.
the only thing, the comparison with Facebook gaming is the user base on Facebook gaming was massive. I know,
Yeah.
like, when you went on, like, the amount of groups that were set up for streaming on Facebook, it was, but it just,
gamers, indie games,
Yeah.
there's retro gamers,
and there's
even
still people
FPS
that
gamers.
have become famous, like Stone Mountain, he's on
Yeah, he's
Facebook,
very good.
isn't he? Like,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
one of the
From
big, like, they
Facebook.
still have,
Yeah, he's on Facebook. Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
I know who he is.
No, he's done, but I can't name another one. like,
But like,
unless-
the two
be
examples would
honest.
be like, this is how these platforms do well, right? Coming from Mixer Beam, we didn't have a platform at all sitting there with an audience. That wasn't there.
Mhm.
YouTube has it because they were video built, right?
Mhm.
Justin TV
Yeah.
turned into Twitch TV and got their own notoriety as they built up, and God bless them, they went off to Amazon, right? But the difference is that all these spaces all had a user platform. They all had something there before they introduced the next feature. Right?
That's fair.
That's how they're able to do it and keep it going.
Remember Justin TV?
So that's if you have a look
Good
at
times.
Mixer, how they ended, and then that went over to there. Like a lot of Mixer streamers went over to Facebook. So they're trying to integrate what the audience they built up naturally, organically on that platform to bring them over to Facebook, which, you know, some people didn't want to go to Facebook or some people did want to go to Facebook, you know?
Yeah.
The user base was there. That's how you bank on these things. It's like we already have the people. We just need to build the feature.
But to be honest, like I don't really watch streams that much anymore. But if I was going to watch a stream, I just go to Twitch. And that's just being honest. Like YouTube is long form content for me, videos, and then Twitch is streaming.
I will say there's some streamers that I never watched that I do.
I watch Lupo on YouTube. That's it,
and that's literally because I'm more of a PlayStation. Like when I'm relaxing and watching something, I'm on the couch on my PlayStation, and the fact that I'm on YouTube and I'll see streamers go live on YouTube, I will say I do watch them on YouTube for that.
My
Yeah.
kids
Watch
don't
Twitch on
watch
your PlayStation.
anything else but YouTube. Streams, long form content, short form content. It's all YouTube.
That's because YouTube is just so easy. YouTube's the
Mostly
best.
that for me.
Hands down, it's the best. I just
And keep an eye out as well, because you're looking at TikTok with 10-minute features as well now.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
where are we going to be pulling this long content, and how is that long content going to be created
TikTok
and then
only has a year left,
digested?
though.
do you think that'll work on Twitch on TikTok?
I don't know. I can't say because like to be
TikTok's
honest
like
with you, my
I don't think TikTok will be
generation,
dead in a year.
our
No.
generation, we consume
It's too
YouTuber
powerful.
No way.
content that's
TikTok,
going to be
no
10
way.
minutes long,
Unless they
right?
ban it.
They're banned in America. It only has a couple of months left.
Well, yeah, they have to get off their college campus and all
Have
that
they-
stuff.
Have they
But-
banned it in? Have they banned it in
I don't
America,
know.
or have
No,
they
they're
banned
pushed-
it for?
They've already banned it through all college campuses and government buildings.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
is expected about 3 months from now they're going to ban it completely from the country.
Oh well,
That's good. They're all just preparing for
That's
World
terrible.
War Three. That's why
you
China,
can find
America,
me on
and China's fighting.
shorts.
Yeah.
You can find me on shorts.
I've got some really good news. I don't know whether anybody here heard yet, but Marvel fans celebrate John Burtnall's reported
Yeah,
return.
I
as
saw
the
it.
I heard that
Punisher.
last week.
You heard it last
For God's sake, come
It's a
on.
good one, but I heard it before. Well, why didn't you put it in the news, Paddy?
Because I didn't know. I didn't know we were
Oh,
talking
well,
about
you
it. Okay?
didn't know.
Yeah,
You
we're
didn't
talking
know.
about it now, Paddy.
That Punisher
Why
program
would you
is one of
not
the
like
best
tell me
TV
about
shows ever
Marvel?
made.
I do.
love it.
I do like it. It's
I
very
love
good.
it. I love
It's
it.
great.
He's a fantastic
Quite.
Punisher.
It's a good
It's
one,
just
but I heard it
enough
before.
action.
Oh,
What's
he's a
that?
brilliant Punisher.
He's a
Yeah,
good
he's
Punisher.
class.
Yeah, I don't want to see anyone else like reprise that. Even
I don't want the
Iran who did
PG
movie.
version either. Please no
Yeah.
12 plus
No.
or 18.
I don't think
It's
can
not
do
going to
it.
be a
now.
PG. No way.
No.
I will quit.
Is Daredevil not going to be not 18s? It's going to be before that 15s, isn't it? Something like that.
Something like that.
I don't know. It's just R-rated, I think.
Mm-mm.
Rated
Listen.
R.
For
Oh,
was that,
as in
GTA?
O or question mark?
Yeah. But
By the way-
yeah, as soon as Marvel bought Fox and was like, oh, we have to make Deadpool 3, the idea movies can now be 18 movies.
Yeah. Do they have a separate studio for that? Like, do you know the way they have like Star stuff on
Max.
Disney?
Yeah.
Speaking of John Berthold, by the way, can I just very quickly bring it on to The Walking Dead just for a second?
Go
Yeah.
on.
Oh.
John.
Who the hell thinks that Shane got done dirty? I'm sorry. If Shane was alive, Rick got crazier than Shane ever did. I think if Shane was
Listen,
alive
this is
in
how I
season
gotta say it.
5,
It's not my marriage.
But John Burtnall is a
None of my
scary looking
business.
man.
He is,
scary
man.
looking man.
He has a podcast, you know.
That's all I'll leave it at.
And he rubs the top of his head very like.
Oh
vigorously
my God,
all the
yeah.
time.
He's a
Go
total
through-
badass.
But it's just,
I think about The Walking Dead is him rubbing the top of his head.
but the thing, he's talking to season 2, Rick, and Rick's like, "I'm not going to kill. No, and I'm not going to do this. And I'm not going to do that." Season 5, Rick is blowing M&Fers left, right, and center away because they've got the gall to look at him funny.
In
I-
fairness
I-
to The Walking Dead, I thought it kind of died after the third season.
I stopped watching after season 2.
I stopped at 4.
No, I really did enjoy what's his name, the man as not the governor, the
Darryl?
Negan. No, Negan.
Right.
I
That was
thought
a good character.
Daryl's a good character. But I thought I like the man's portrayal of Negan very much. I didn't watch it all the way through either. I watched up until the end of that season. Not Negan was basically, he was still going, but like they
He's
they
still
just
going.
attacked it. He was still going, but they had, it was probably season 6 or something. I'm not
Is
sure.
Walking Dead still going?
It's over now.
It ended like 2 months ago.
It's like a sub-free.
God, it's been on a long time.
Gotta make that money.
The
It
moment I
just
seen
ended.
that bat swinging onto your man's head, I was like, right, man.
When's the spin-off coming? There has to
The
be.
the comic books
wait,
are
wait, wait.
amazing.
There's like 3 spin-offs coming.
Fuck.
I'm not joking. There's a Daryl show. There's a Carol show, I think.
Cool.
And there's a show with Negan. I'm almost certain there's 3 ones planned. There's a movie still planned, I believe. And they have Fear the Walking Dead. And they have another one that was set in Europe. I have a friend, Paddy Practice,
my
who watches
God.
all of them. He loves all of them. And he's like, "Oh,
Does
God,
he like
no."
sit down and like make notes? He's like, okay, so now I know what's going on with Carol's love life. Sort of.
he swears by that third one that I don't even know the name of. That's like set in Europe or something. He said, "Oh, it's fantastic." So listen,
Yeah, but like,
Paddy
you
likes it.
know, like.
It's no 28 days later anyway.
No, well,
it
that's
is
true.
not.
Fantastic.
It's not even
fantastic
28
one.
weeks later.
Which
No.
one was the first one? That was not that good.
Days.
is
Days wasn't good. 28 weeks was brilliant.
no,
Oh,
Days
Days
is
is
phenomenal, dude.
I don't like, I don't like
Ah,
Days.
Paddy, why are you so miserable
No,
like this, man?
no,
Come on, relax.
Sorry, I don't agree with you all the time, right?
Days
Relax.
was brilliant.
Murphy did great, but then again,
I can understand you not liking Fast and the Furious. but
Jeremy
28 days later is a
Jeremy
masterpiece.
Renner was fantastic in the second one, though.
Was
will say
I don't know,
that.
the camera
He,
in
like,
that was so
sacrificed
bad.
himself.
It was
That
meant to be
first
like
one.
that. It was
Ah,
stylized.
Jesus. Jesus. What's your man's
Man,
name?
those-
John
Danny
what?
Boyle is a genius. I like
those
kind of
shots of like the empty
all of his
London are one of
movies.
such the coolest thing.
Do you know what they did? They
Oh, I
did
can't
that like
tolerate.
they went onto the street at like 5 a.m. to do that. Like they had no permits. and
Yeah.
stuff. Apparently, so what I heard.
What's John's second name again? I can't pronounce it. Ethan or
Burtnall.
Burtnall.
Bernal.
Yeah, he was saying on one of his podcasts that before he was getting into acting, but before he really pushed it, he got in a fight with someone and he knocked him out. And your man didn't wake up for something for 2 days or something, and he was in jail waiting for your man to wake up. And when he woke up, then he pursued his career and never fought again.
He's a real interesting guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he said
What
he
else
didn't know
is
his
he
man
in?
was
I'm
gonna
trying
die.
to. He was in Baby Driver as well. A very good movie.
What's that
um,
Fury as well? The
Fury.
army
Oh
film?
yeah,
Fury.
with Brad
Yeah.
Pitt.
Yeah,
I only
was
watched that
good.
recently as well. That was
good.
fantastic.
That's
My
a
first time
great
as well.
film.
That's
Yeah.
when he
And
met.
Shia LaBeouf, it's a bit
What's
mad
the
in it, though.
actor that was from Transformers that he had in the podcast? Very famous.
Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf.
Shia
Yeah,
LaBeouf, yeah.
he went.
He's-
to
I can remember him from my childhood. He's so around so long.
Fun fact, in that
He's an
movie,
interesting weirdo.
in that movie,
He's
he
interesting,
purposely
though. That's a good
cut
word for him.
himself
Yeah,
because he was meta acting, and Brad Pitt's like, "Please stop," and he's like,
He,
"Ah."
he got one of his teeth taken out.
Yeah, he
like-
did. Yeah, he
he,
knocked
like-
his teeth out. Yeah.
No,
He's some lad.
Did you ever see the clip of
Some
him?
podcast.
Like he sat down at one stage and watched like all his movies back to back in a theater on his own. He's insane. He's just because he wants to see a life experience. But he is insane and he's a bit of an arsehole. But people say he's not a good actor as well. I think
He's
a
an
good actor.
incredible
I
actor.
disagree. Like
But
he's got
people
some
do
good
say it. I
movies.
disagree too.
He's
He's
decent
distinctive.
enough, but he's just yeah.
Did you see the movie he wrote about his father and he played his
That
father
was-
in it?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't watch that. Like it was just like
And
yeah,
then he,
I'm not-
in the podcast he apologized for making it. And he was like, "It's bullshit." He said, "All of it's bullshit." He said, "I made up half of that." It's like, right, okay. You just you put your father on a stake. And that was fine, but
But
People
sure,
do what they
that's
do.
grand. Yeah. None of
What
my
was the
business.
movie with? I think Tom Hardy. It was like they were creating moonshine.
oh yeah,
That
I
was
can't
good.
remember that. Tom Hardy gets
Yeah.
stabbed like 5 times.
Two
Yeah.
brothers
Doesn't die.
something like
That
that.
was a good movie.
old?
Yeah,
No, that was like.
I'll try and get it
old
here.
men.
was
Lawless.
it Tom Hardy? Yeah, no,
Lawless.
he
Oh,
falls
Lawless.
into it. But how he dies, he falls into a river years later and dies of pneumonia after getting like stabbed and shot and everything like that. Hard as nails, by
Hard
He's
as nails.
another good actor.
Tom Hardy's class actor.
Yeah, it's
Um,
always deadly.
And he's gorgeous.
Bane.
Sorry.
He's gorgeous.
Yeah. He's gorgeous. He's another 5'8" fella, so I'll look up there.
Listen, we're on the same height line now.
He doesn't look 5'8", does he?
He
Yeah,
is.
there you
I
go.
think he's like 5'8" or 5'9" or something.
Same
He's
as
pretty
myself.
small.
All of
He's
the
not
light-
small as you know.
All of like
I'm 5. Yeah, I'm probably pushing it with the 5'8".
I'm 5'6". I'm
Yeah.
5 foot.
you're too kind to
Hey,
yourself.
short kings everywhere.
I'm the
We should
same
call
height
this
as Tom
we
Hardy.
should
Hey,
call
listen.
this. We should call this the Short Ass Podcast.
That's a great name. I love
The
it.
Short Ass Podcast.
And John.
Oh yeah,
That's a
John.
great
John.
name.
John.
I'm like
John,
6
we're not
foot
counting
one.
it. Stop it, yeah.
I'm
Stop
6
it, yeah.
foot 1.
He's
You can be
had
our-
an inches.
You can be our bouncer, okay? You can be our bouncer.
There you go.
He looked like Daddy hauling around all these toddlers. Like, oh,
Come on,
God.
that's what it was. That was like when I met you the first time. That yoke you were doing Penny the Gamer thing.
Yeah. Don't you laugh at our shortness? How dare you?
This is a
John walked
this
by
is
me,
a
didn't see me, I
situation
was
you
that
would
short.
understand.
He was out with the hobbits that day, huh?
I think you
Where you
hugged me
going?
and nearly
Second
squeezed the life out of me.
breakfast.
John Gandalf of the group.
Yeah. Oh,
Punch
there's the
Showdown
hol-
is
Oh,
getting
wait.
one of the rarest things a game can get, a new engine upgrade. It's going to be a long
Yes.
technical road to update Hunt's version of Cry Engine. This game, we were actually talking about it before the show. I played this game for a very short time. Played it on my own. It is a game that's better with friends. So if there's anyone out there that wants to be my friend and play Hunt with me,
I will hunt with you.
you'll
I will-
hunt. Let's
I
go.
will hunt.
I'll hunt.
It's
Only
it's
if we,
it's actually
only
on
if we
sale
make an
now.
Irish mob. That's all I want. We can
Oh,
small little
yeah.
Irish mob. We go out and sort things out.
It's on
Don't
sale
discriminate, anyone
on
could join.
both
I'll be
PC
Maggie.
and PS5 at the moment, so worth picking up if you have a few quid.
Yeah. Get those scary monsters.
Extraction games really seem to be the new hotness with games.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
It's
no,
so
they're good.
good.
Because that means something. That's why I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
actually, in the hunt,
basically.
in the Hunt to Showdown, I'm pretty sure you have a persistent character. So if you die, I think when you pass levels and stuff, you get like new perks and new stuff, and you can build a character wherever way you want. But if you die, then you lose all your perks, and you're back with a new guy. So I think there's that.
Oh,
element to it.
that's merciless.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's like roguelike, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's good.
What was
I
that
love it.
zombie game that happened in where you died and you came back with a different
Daisy.
character in the world? No, was it Daisy? No, there was another zombie game that was on PlayStation 5.
Oh, yeah,
Stage
yeah.
PlayStation.
one,
Can't
Stage
remember.
C1.
No.
No,
That's
it was more of a survival game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Where-
was. Yeah, you were going through like a underground world kind of thing, and you died, and you woke up as a different character. and
That
then
was
you never
free
stayed.
on
I
PS Plus, I think.
Yeah,
I
it
do
was. yeah.
remember that. It was Zombie. Zombie
Zombie,
U
is
was
that
the
what it's
version.
called?
Zombie U was there was a Wii U version. I think it was
Yeah.
called Zombie.
I think it was
Yeah.
called Zombie, yeah.
I
I remember
Yeah.
when you just said it, just flashback.
Yeah.
I do
I
remember.
played it
that.
once.
I
Yeah.
remember.
I played it as well.
I
had
played
three
that, I
characters,
played that
never
on the
played
Wii
again.
U.
Mm.
Yeah. Were you?
It actually
How
had
old
a
was
great
that?
mechanic to open boxes. You had to look at the Wii U screen, and then your other screen went dark, so you get attacked when you're opening stuff, which
Yeah.
made for really tense stuff.
Hated it.
Oh, it was
I
good.
played it like twice, and I was like, I'm done.
Except for
Anyway.
I scare easy.
they'll have a weekly argument about the Wii U controller / console.
Yeah, it sucks.
I'm a defender of the Wii U.
I
Have it in the back,
lost,
man.
I lost all hope for it when I tried to play Bayonetta on it. It was
Well, on the React video I did last week, the #1 spot for the worst selling video console was the Wii U.
Oh, it was so trash. It was terrible.
I
Yeah,
wasn't expecting to be #1.
But think of it this way, because it's so trash, they didn't make any more of it.
Yeah,
No. But I still think there's a lot of them.
I have
Election.
no. They're actually they're pretty good prices now.
Yeah.
Nothing. They're-
Nothing.
What are they,
nothing too
200?
expensive.
Yeah, you'll get what you paid for them originally. Still.
Yeah.
Speaking of the content, guys, do hit a sub on the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs before the end of the year. There's lots of
Do it.
content being posted, including this podcast. Think is going to work on some shorts for us.
Shorts,
And-
because it's nothing to do with our height. Okay.
I have Xenoblade Chronicle X for the Wii U, and I guarantee that game's gonna be money.
Nice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Maybe.
We'll do one more news piece here, guys, because we do have The Last of Us review to get through, and also topic of the week.
yes.
Tarkov publicly shames 6,700 scum of the earth
Naughty, naughty.
cheaters by publishing their nicknames after banning them. We want honest players
love
to see the
this.
nicknames of the cheaters to know that justice has been served. And
What's the
in
postal
fairness,
address?
there has
Did I
been a
make
little
the
bit of work.
list?
There has
Oh.
been a little bit of work done by Battlestate, it seems, to try and improve the cheating scene in Tarkov. At least they're doing something. You know, we'll put our hands.
But these
up.
names not just be anyone anyway.
They should
That's what
post-
I'm saying.
Yeah.
They should
I'm
post
a
their home
smelly
addresses.
belly.
It's Tupa
I
Crypt
know
on it.
him.
And that's the thing as well.
What the hell? That's a throwback, Fatty. Jesus.
I'll never forget. I'll never forget.
No,
The thing
no.
of-
Either will my friends here in Mullingar. Every time they see me, it's like, change your name back.
The thing about it though is it's a lot of the Tarkov cheaters have like they buy new accounts, so having their names means nothing. And also a
Yeah.
lot of the names are like, funnily enough, a lot of the names were like a famous streamer _ TTV.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
so basically, so when they kill someone using hacks, people be like, "Oh, that was freaking Landmark just killed me! Oh my god!" Like, he's shooting hacks.
In fairness, I don't think it's like a list
So
that you're going to
easy
put
views.
into, put it on your desktop and kind of tick them off as you meet them or report them as you meet them. I think it's just to show that they're actually doing something about it.
Maybe
Yeah.
there might be some back end IP banning as well. We don't know.
What they should do is post their home addresses.
Oh, God.
And we farm them all like we did back in the day for the witches. Throw them into the river, see if they float. The hackers.
Why are they all in Eastern Europe? Huh?
John, tell me a little bit more about the changes they've made. They've made some changes to the flea market as well.
Yeah, so basically on the flea market, if people aren't aware, the flea market is where you can buy and sell items from other players in the game for in the game currency, not real money, obviously, but the
Rubles.
game rubles that they use in the game.
Alright.
So essentially, there was a thing where you could put up an item and either put up for money value, but there was this tax involved, so you always had to be kind of fair with what you valued stuff. But then there was also you could put up for barter, which would completely negate the tax, or the tax was a lot easier at least. I'm not sure if it completely negated it, but
Yeah.
so what people would do was they would essentially there's keys and stuff in the game that like people need to progress in the game and other stuff like that. So they'll put up that key for like stuff that is insanely valuable, like 2 red key cards or something like that, or something stupid like that, or just stuff like the best bullets in the game, which you can't even get anymore because of RMT changes. So it was always a scam. It was always they were looking for stupid stuff for this one key that should be worth like 20k. Honestly, like some of the keys that were up, the only thing about it is that it's a quest item. So
people are fleecing people out of it in the fleece market.
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah,
The fleece
exactly.
market.
The fleece market. That's a great name.
The fleece market. Okay, cool. Right now,
What-
see, I'm learning this from a semi-outsider because I'm not in depth of the game. I just see the gameplay and not.
No,
should definitely
it's,
play
it's
hard.
called the
The true-
flea
the true
market,
hard.
but I think it's better to be
The
called
the
the fleece
fleece market
Called
market.
the fleece market.
The fleece
That's what it
market
is.
is a far better name.
It's
So
a far
basically,
better name.
what they did was they made it so that the barters are completely gone. You can only buy stuff for money, and they've completely reworked the tax system so that you can actually put stuff up for 4 and 5 million and actually make a profit. Because usually, if you put something up for 5 million, you'd be paying 6 million in taxes. Like it was stupid.
Holy crap!
So there was no point. So they've done that. So now you can actually put stuff up in the flea market for money. Another change they actually made that I forgot to mention was they have this thing called a Bitcoin farm, and Bitcoins you can sell them for money in the game, and their value was this got to do with Bitcoin's values in real life. So because Bitcoin shit the bed recently, I think it's on the way back up, as Paddy was saying. We're talking about
Slowly but surely.
It's kind of hovering around 20k.
But
Yeah.
what they've done essentially is that they've boosted it so that in game it's not exactly what it is in real life. So they've made Bitcoins worth more regardless of what they're worth in real life, because
Like
Bitcoin
I would
Bitcoin
just
fans are
stop
becoming
playing.
obsolete.
Like I would just be like, you know what? Good time. I'm out. Because that's just. This is just.
I think
there's
you
way
should try
too
it
much-
in the next wipe, to be honest. I think you
There's
should
way
try it
too
again.
much maths. There's way too
Yeah.
much maths.
The game experience without cheaters and all that, the game experience when you're playing it, there's no other game like it.
The moment to
Well,
moment,
legitimately.
definitely, John.
We will
It's
do
so
this.
unique.
Someone get me the game. I will play it live here. Okay, only on the basis of that, and then I'll have Paddy as my coach because I need someone annoyed. So
I
I
need
can get
someone
annoyed at
better.
someone else.
Ronan will come with you. Ronan will put you.
No, because I don't want to be annoyed at him. Right?
No, you know
I'm so influential in the game. They've actually named landmarks in the game after me. There's
Yeah.
like John's Wall,
Get out of
there's
here.
John's Corner.
It's kind of one of them psycho things where
not-
Don talks
that-
about himself in
that-
third
Shout out
person
to
constantly.
Aurora and Uncle B in the chat.
That's not
Unbelievable Tarkov players as well. They'll always be there to lend a hand.
There you
Right?
go. Okay, well, somebody just hold my
The
hand.
learning part of the game is the funnest part of the game.
I know
think,
how to
be honest
shoot
with you.
and
Watching
scream
people
and-
learn
and
the game is
threaten.
amazing.
I can
Yeah.
do that. I can threaten the kill.
Is
and
that
I can
you?
aim.
Is that you? No, is that you? Is that you?
I want
no,
you to-
If somebody is like 20 meters in front of you, running around ahead of you, away from the group, you know it's Paddy's. Don't shoot him.
Hey!
Why is he like?
Paddy,
one of
why
these
did you
people
run
that looks
away?
like
I
he's
don't know.
really
I wanted to
straight, but
check
he's like,
around this corner.
I'm alright when I'm
he's-
playing with like 2 people. I mean, it's just me and you. I'm alright, but if more people, I get annoyed. And I just like,
He
heck
gets
off.
he gets in fa-
God.
5 stacks. 5 stacks are an absolute nightmare.
What are
It's
you
because
like-
it's because
what do you
I know
at the
like
airport, man?
I have no chance of getting the loot. I have no
What do you-
chance.
what do
Oh,
you
that
like?
would be. That would be.
No,
No,
John,
Paddy,
John
Paddy,
there.
what are you
and-
like though? What are you
What?
like in real life at the airport? What do you like traveling? Do you just leave the family behind? You're like, yeah, you know what? There's too many people.
Do you know what I do? I go by myself.
Oh.
I'm a recluse. I've always been. I'm not a social person. Just leave me
I-
alone.
I was
I'm
like
a
that at
loose-
the airport. Don't worry, I'm like that.
Airport.
I'm like,
To
you know
the
what? I
airport.
don't need you. You're suddenly like, you know what? I don't need this person in my
No.
life. They're holding me back.
Yeah, no,
Guys,
that's the way it is.
Let's
Can't blame
talk,
everyone.
let's
Can't blame
talk The
everyone for
Last of Us, episode 8.
Let's talk about Zaddy, everyone. Let's talk about it.
What
My body's
what did
ready.
you make
Let's
of
go.
this episode? I
Always.
personally loved it.
That was very good. Very, very.
Introduction
very good.
of David. Just as
Beautiful.
creepy
guy.
as he was in the game.
Great guy. Great guy. I love him.
But
He's my type of guy.
fantastic actor. I love the fact that he's
Really good actor.
obviously played Joel, in case people don't know in the game, right? Spoilers, ha. But also how he was able to kind of adapt, as Man David's little minion fella. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. So
Yeah, I can't
not
think of his name
David.
either.
What's his name? What's his name?
Indian fella, I called him.
But yeah, no, that
The
David
guy that got a
character.
meat cleaver on the side of his face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him. But that David character, just I know the David character, the
Yeah.
black eyes, the doll-like eyes. Like,
So I'm not going to lie. I only
Go
watched
on.
it today, and I didn't even
did
know.
Ado watch it?
I
Ado?
No, he didn't.
I know,
Ado?
I'm way behind on this.
Where's my Zoom?
I
Ado.
I happened to see online, and I feel bad for this. I didn't realize it was freaking Troy Baker.
Can't believe this.
Like I would realize, like,
That's
oh,
it, Troy
crap, that
Baker.
is that is Troy
Yeah,
Baker.
that's
Oh
his
my
name, Troy
goodness,
Baker.
I'm an idiot because I was actually looking at him going, I
Well,
recognize this.
in
man.
fairness,
What was
they're
he in?
building up. They were building up his face, obviously,
Everything.
in the game. But like,
Yeah.
just even his demeanor was just kind of like, oof, it was very good. Anyway, he really played the part well on both
Yeah.
sides. Now
He's a
at this
good-looking
stage,
guy.
so- Yes.
He's a. I wouldn't kick him out of the bed.
Sure. I'm not down
Jesus.
for a man shooting a horse, for sure.
It's Troy Baker. Oh, Jesus, how are you?
He did. He shot that horse well, in fairness. It'd be bad who played. Is it David? Is that what he's called?
David, yeah.
cannibal crazy
The,
man.
the weird.
He
Yeah.
did very well because
He played it brilliantly.
A maniac Christian called David. Imagine. That's
he
never
wasn't
been done
even
before.
again.
That's never been done before.
It was great. He wasn't even a Christian. Even
No.
that was bullshit. He was.
That
he
was all just bollocks. As well.
He's just.
Well, he played one.
Well,
No, he
fair-
didn't.
No, he
He-
didn't.
He
Oh,
did.
well,
He-
he
it
played-
was all
he
it was
played
all fake.
He
played
says
the
that. Yeah,
part of it,
he
you know?
he was in awe of the cordyceps. Cordyceps
Yeah.
was like basically his new god because they were branching out and etc. etc. And they looked after
Jesus,
themselves. as
that went
fucking-
over my head then.
When
know what?
he's talking to Ellie in the cage, and he says that these people need something to follow, and that's why he preaches what he preaches. But
Yeah.
his
I tell you,
god is basically
that last
the
scene
virus.
with her,
Virus,
him and
yeah.
Ellie was kind of hard to watch.
Oh,
she,
gosh,
yeah,
she did very well, but I'd say it was hard for herself to film that. It was
Yeah.
Another thing that I kind of noticed with that episode, more than the rest of them, was it really showed Ellie's strength. You know, the fact that she is caged, she gets out. You know, they're
She's a great
literally
actor.
about to cut her
Holy
up on
hell.
the table.
It was good.
and
It was
she
good
gets
side
out.
by side in the game that they did, though. Even
was
though
very
she did
good.
it her own, Bella did it her own way, of course, in matter of words. But like,
Yeah.
there was so much in that episode where they didn't say anything and everything was said, and that's what I really took away from it.
yeah.
The
She's gonna get
flavors
a
as well,
and-
like
and
she
then
got
I-
that right
awards.
as well.
I want Pedro Pascal forever, and it's been
That,
established.
well, that
Yeah,
So does
I said it.
everybody.
I said it to him. I was like, I
Get in
cannot let
line.
my boyfriend stop me from finding my real husband.
He looked like
Lads.
he actually looked like he was old and dying.
did, he looked like
he
10
had a
years
hangover.
ago.
It was.
I mean,
he did
it
not
was
look great.
good.
in fairness, though, that penicillin is some stuff, mate.
That-
He was
that-
up. He was up. He was up ready to freaking.
I'm allergic, but it is
treatment.
good stuff. It is good stuff. I
Yeah,
like it.
get it
that's
yeeted
a-
out of it. But it was just great. Every takedown scene, just even the first one was like, I just kind of falling down with him. I was like, this is epic.
It just shows how ruthless Joel is. Like he's
Yeah.
if you got on his bad side, he is a bad dude. Like the fact that again, like he had the two guys. And I know he's like he could have kept them tied up, whatever. He could have done what he wanted. He's like, no, I'm straight up murdering you. It's like, why? Because you crossed me. That's
But I
my
think
argument.
it goes back to the murder of his child. He won't take
Yeah.
he doesn't take any risks. He just
Exactly.
goes for it
He's a
straight away.
survivor.
But,
Yeah,
but he was
he's not gonna wait anymore. He's just gonna
He was
kill you
holding her-
and see
holding
what
her.
happens after.
calling
And-
her
Baby
baby
girl.
doll,
Baby
baby
girl.
girl, and all this stuff. And I was like, I was gone. He was gone. Everyone was gone. It was amazing. I was just
Like that message of everything catches up with you as well, because when David and Troy Baker met Ellie, they talked about, you know, are you
everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Like, and everyone kind of gets their comeuppance.
They sure do.
So yeah, that message seems to be played an awful lot through the
Yeah.
season, which is
Now,
Yeah.
important.
Next week is the last episode.
Next week is the last episode.
Everything-
What do we
It's
watch
gonna-
then? What do we watch?
We have Mandalorian. Hello,
Mandalorian,
We
yes.
still have Internet Daddy. We still have him.
He's just going to be released in every
You
like
fancy
series
every
for
meal
the day
ever
of-
on TV.
To me, and I
Oh,
tell you
the
something.
same
That
Bale.
man is.
I know, but
that man
like you
is
do,
majestic.
every time you mention a man, like, oh Jesus, yeah, You're like, right,
Yeah,
relax there.
what about, like, it's okay. You know what? I communicate very well in my relationship, and it's okay. He said it's fine. He
It's,
feels
al-
the same way.
it's almost as if
Oh, you're not gonna
handsome
run
men
away
get hired
with,
as actors.
He had his chance.
he had his chance.
I
Okay.
blocked him and everything. I had enough of him. Blocked.
Slipped into your DMs, did he?
Listen.
I bet she's watching right now. I bet she's watching.
You had your chance. Kevin, you can still call me, but he had his chance, right?
Oh, sorry, Fearless. Spoilers. It's too late now.
I didn't see the episode. Fearless, if you've played the game, you're gonna already spoil yourself anyway. But
Honestly,
this
I
is
played
gonna
the
make
game
you,
so many
this
times,
is,
and I
this is
cannot
gonna
remember the
make
whole
you
That sounds like a
emotionally.
Paddy problem.
I'm not joking. This will make you emotionally like jerk. It's so well done. So you're not really, even if you're having a taste of what we're telling you, we haven't even filled the pie yet.
Yeah, like
So
and
watch it,
it's
man.
so
Like,
good.
spoilers are not great if something
Spoilers.
is spoiled for you, but we can't, wait out another week because then episode 9 is going to be out, and we have to talk about these episodes as they're released, or they're just going to go back into the.
We're
The
so bad
memory
at
is
describing
never-
it anyway. You probably wouldn't know what we're on about.
Listen,
To be
it's
honest,
okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
My light just went off. Anyway, topic of the week:
Sorry about that.
women in video games. To celebrate International's Women's Day, we want to bring attention to women's role in gaming. Do you want to go through a couple of the stats here?
Now
Take-
I want you to go through all of the stats and we will praise together. Let's go.
Okay. So with International Women's Day here, now is the perfect time to acknowledge the women in gaming, a field often considered to be male dominated. Among the
That's
women
right.
leaving other more secure jobs to pursue careers in gaming is creator of Indian 8-bit creatives Krutika Ojha, who commented, embracing diversity and inclusion in the gaming industry is a goal that we are consistently striving towards. The gaming industry can tap into a wider pool of talent, ideas and perspectives and create games that appeal to a more diverse audience. And I think, to be honest with you, in the last couple of years, we have seen that diversity in video games. There's reports here that 35% of gamers were found to play daily, while 46% play weekly across studied markets. The company's
Right here.
India specific report has found that 46% of gamers in India are now women, which is a massive increase. The increase from the last 4 years, it went from 22% up to 46%. So more women in video games, and to be honest with you, the inclusion is great. I have
Mhm.
I have a list here of the great people in video games that have really
Some of them,
affected
yeah.
the industry. So Kim Swift is a designer. She's known for Portal, Left 4 Dead, and Half-Life 2.
Nice.
That's a resume.
That's right.
That's
That's a pretty good
That's
resume.
a
pretty
hell of a resume. Check it out, lads and lasses.
featured in
Oh, all
Fortune's
of those games
magazine
are
30
perfect.
Under 30 list of the most influential figures in the video game industry. Kim Swift revolutionized the way games approach level design with her work
Right.
on beloved Valve titles Portal and Left 4 Dead.
And I kept you on your absolute grip. Just remember that. Let's go, ladies. Come on, Ireland.
Portal and Portal 2 are some of the best games ever made. I freaking adore them.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and-
Half-Life
and
2 is one of the best.
Oh, well,
games
of course,
ever
yeah.
made. It's-
And Left 4 Dead 2 is one of the Left 4 Dead is one of the best multiplayer games I've ever played.
There you go. And the memories are being clicked out like that. And sometimes people, you don't even sit back and really think about, like, people who actually design games and how much influence and how much kind of inspiration can be put in, or even just who actually sat there and did it. And sometimes people be like, more likely it's Guy, but it isn't. It's
The
ladies,
next,
man. We got you guys.
the next female we're going to talk about is Ayumi Kojima, artist and character designer, known for the Castlevania series and also Bloodstained's Ritual of the Night. Whether you're a fan of the Netflix animated show or the classic games franchise, the Castlevania series wouldn't be what it is today without Ayumi Kojima.
I love everything about the work that this woman does.
Absolutely fantastic.
So she's
Oh.
self-taught artist, talented designer. Ayumi brought beloved characters like Alucard,
Alucard.
I'm probably
Alucard.
getting it wrong,
Alucard.
Soma Cruz.
Hey,
Dracula
Road,
backwards.
I was going to say Road, read it backwards.
Okay, I got it. And Simon Belmont to life with her amazing artistic talents. Awesome.
The sprites in those games are some of the coolest you'll ever see. And I know has anyone ever played that Bloodstained Ritual of the Night? That
Bloodstained.
game's beautiful.
That was crowdfunding, correct?
Yep.
Am I correct with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
They brought the old Castlevania team back to make new Castlevania.
Yes. And
Really good.
it's such, and if you haven't played any Castlevania, or even if you haven't watched the Netflix series, just sit down and have a watch, have a play. Even if you're able to pull out some beautiful 8-bit technology to play on and you found that game, have a go over it. Seriously, it's just
Yeah.
great.
Symphony of the Night, one of the best games ever made.
That's why I keep
It's a-
hearing. I need to play it.
It's available on everything now.
I played that when I was flying over to Vegas and completed it. Absolutely brilliant.
Played it,
Oh
mate.
my god,
On
that would
PS
that would be
Vita,
the
actually.
easiest flight ever.
Yeah, it was amazing. Corrine Yu, programmer, best known for Quake 2, Borderlands, and Halo 4. You may be surprised to learn that Corrine Yu's work on Quake 2, Borderlands, and Halo aren't the most impressive part of her portfolio.
It is.
She was actually... Okay, so a California State Polytechnic University Pomona graduate, Corrine also designed accelerator experiments for nuclear physics research.
Jackers.
Has,
She,
has some brains.
she's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
she's a beep genius. There you
She
go.
is.
Yeah.
Corrine.
There you go.
Who else do we have here? Oh, this is a big one. So Kelly Santiago, great name, known for Flow, Flower, and the Amazing Journey.
Yeah.
That game
Oh,
is
yeah.
top class.
Well,
Even
not
if
the
you don't
game- the
recognize
game-
Kelly
game
Santiago's
company's
name, you're familiar with her work. She was a producer on the cult classic Flower before becoming president of the game company during the development of
Love that name.
Journey. Some
Have we met Brenda Romero at
Yes.
Gamerfest? and
Brenda,
stuff?
yeah, good shout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ireland's very own.
Ireland's
great
very
shout.
own Brenda, Miss B. She's great.
It says
by
here
the
what
way,
she worked on.
Make sure you go to the Gamerfest website and check it out. There might be more information
Yeah.
as around that, because they were there last time.
She's
so
actually
you never
worked
know, they
on
might
Tom
go
Clancy's
figure it out.
Rainbow or Ghost Recon.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, nice,
Wizardry,
nice.
Play by the Mansion, Commander. There you go.
I forgot
There you
that was
go.
a game.
Our Galway's very own.
Or
There
Galway
you
girl.
go.
Yeah.
Galway
Oh.
girl.
Who was
What?
the other
The Galway
Galway
girl.
lady that we were talking
We'll
about?
get muted.
There was
Was it-
a World of Warcraft composer, was it?
I can't remember.
Did you
Emer
mention her?
Noon.
Yes.
Emer Noon, fantastic composer. She's well known to doing the orchestras. Oh my god. Just naming off a few. Legend of Zelda series. She's doing work on the what else she's doing work on? Oh my god. I've seen her in concert so many times. Mega Man, she's covered a lot of 8-bit backgrounds of beautiful music. She just does these fantastic orchestrated, really beautifully laid out, lots of instruments, lots of everything, and harmony, every type of retro feeling you've ever had as a childhood, and she's able to play this. Emerton has she performed back in 2017 when I seen her last.
Wow.
She's also gone off and performed in lots of orchestras and like the Filipina Orchestra. She's also done the Royal Philharmonic one as well. The Sydney Symphony. She's covered a range of different stuff. Now our girl is obviously Irish background. Graduated in our very own Trinity College as well. So she had an extensive work working on like especially lots of Blizzard Entertainment stuff. So we're talking about like your World of Warcraft, your StarCraft as well, your Hearthstone, your Overwatch. So she's quite beautifully talented in conducting some fantastic memories for all of us.
In the chat, Reaper 1923 Grim says one of the first female video game creators I remember was Carol Shaw, who wrote River Raid 1982 on the Atari 2600.
Nice.
I didn't play that game, but good to know if anyone played it. No,
I think I don't have it on the desk, unfortunately.
do you have Atari? You have one?
Yeah, I have it right there. Box
I have a
and
few
all.
with it somewhere.
So,
Oh, the
even that-
Atari.
I have it in.
Long
yeah,
time
the-
since I plugged
the
one in.
classic-
Oh, Pitfall's
Yeah,
fantastic.
and I
Pitfall,
even get,
wow.
do you remember these, we still have these type of games like, sure, all-in-one games, do you remember?
Nice.
Yes, I had one that had like Space Invaders, Pong. I had like a few. It was a few of them on the one cartridge.
I have
Nice.
Missile Command as well, so I have loads. I got that for €50, boxed.
Nice.
My lad in the pub. Can't go
Lad
wrong.
in the pub.
Ah,
He just-
Jez.
He had
Well,
it on
steals
him.
her
He
head.
had it on
He's
him.
like, listening, he goes, I'm clearing out me attic and my son's obviously too old for this. Will you be willing to buy it? How much you want for it? Give us 50 for it. I'm like, all right.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
awful. I'm awful.
You did well.
I did the same thing with an N64. Do you know the Pokemon edition? Got
Yeah.
that for a cool 55 blips and the game.
Nice.
That's
It's disgusting. I'm sorry. Sorry, Paddy. I'm upsetting you now. Sorry, Paddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
Female video
Oh, I
game
know.
characters, guys. Who comes to mind?
I mean, Ellie, of course.
Jill
Ellie has to come to
Valentine.
mind.
Samus.
Jill, what a shout. Yes.
Yeah.
Samus Aran.
I'm going to say a possible controversial one.
Metroid, right, Eden?
What?
Yeah,
Samus?
Samus.
Yeah.
Samus Aran,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Would you include GLaDOS? GLaDOS is fantastic. One of my favorite. The voice acting very good.
You're not wrong.
Give me a Chung Li. Those thighs,
Oh,
man.
Chun Li. Chun Li. I
I
used to
crave
use
having
Chun-
those thighs.
I used to use Chun Li a lot in Street Fighter and stuff like that because she has the best.
Yeah,
taunt.
yeah.
She has the best taunt in any game because what you do
Yeah.
is you juggle someone for a while, they'd hit the floor, and her taunt was sorry. It's just, you juggle
gosh.
someone in the sky,
Sorry.
and you hit with a sorry. Oh, they're not happy.
I want to throw you, bet you are.
You
God.
slapped them with a sorry.
Sorry.
Love it. Nina. Yeah, do you remember Nina from Tekken?
Nina,
Man,
yes.
Oh,
good shout.
yeah.
But the best non-Irish accent of all time.
Cortana,
Oh,
Halo. That's
Oh, yeah.
fairly
yeah,
iconic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Modern one is Aloy.
Aloy, of
Halo,
course.
yeah.
There's
Oh,
so many.
classic. Zelda.
Yeah, of course.
And
Zelda.
for once, using the term Zelda for the right character.
Yeah, honest to
Exactly.
God. Yeah.
Someone
not
else
too
there
often
probably
you
had
can
a
do that.
brain fart. I know you did. I know you had a brain fart.
I had to think about it for a second.
I'm telling you now, you're gonna have to put it in the comments below. I'm watching.
Unfortunately, the only game where you actually get to play as Zelda is that absolutely atrocious one for the what was it? What's that console that you had to use the freaking remote control? Wanda Gamelon is on it.
Yeah, it's not
Wii?
the.
No,
Not
yeah,
the
true, but that's not what I'm thinking
It's a
of.
is it Panasonic's console?
Yeah.
The CDI.
Yes, the CDI.
It's the only game that you play as Zelda.
Join me for more
and
history.
It's
They're
one of the worst.
terrible.
It's literally the worst Zelda game ever created.
Oh, be
Um,
fair, you get to kick asses are in Smash Brothers.
That's true. And she's she's chic. She kicks ass.
Yeah, Sheik's actually my
Mhm.
favorite character. I love Sheik.
When did Tom Cruise do an Irish accent on the film?
Oh man.
Tell me
Nicole
tell
Kidman.
me you like my hat. Oh, what's that called?
Nicole Kidman was in it. She was trying to be Irish. It was a whole mess.
I can't think of the name, but I can't think of the name.
Oh, perfect ass.
People always do the worst Irish accent.
Lara Croft. That's
Lara Croft,
another
yeah,
one.
is-
Mhm.
Oh, one of
Would
the
Lara
worst.
be the most iconic?
Peach. Daisy.
Lara is
Lara's definitely the
Rosalina.
most iconic
Hold on,
female
I'll
video
take
game
it.
character.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
no,
am.
for our-
Princess Peach.
for our
Princess
gener-
Peach should be
for
probably
our
very
generation,
iconic.
yes.
Hold on, definitely not your old Mary Jane. She just causes murder more so than anything else. Who else? Freya. Freya's good crack. the character that I made, surely you got like you're one that does Keanu Reeves, right? Mercy, why not? What else? The L one that gets upset over your man with the things. Yeah, that's it.
It's always the owl one. It's always the owl ones.
Moral
I
from
want
Metal
to be
Gear
that L
Solid.
one.
That's
Yes.
that's iconic.
Yes,
Kinda
that's-
Oh,
character.
Sniper Wolf.
Sniper Wolf, yeah, there you go.
Oh, Toadette. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Totally blanked about that. There you go.
This has become less the only thing
Just
female
list every
characters.
game character you
Oh,
can remember ever.
My toe. No.
What's that, Paddy?
Just list every game character you can remember
That's
ever.
it.
Yeah, all iconic. All of them.
Even that small brick. Yeah, sure.
Princess Peach has to be one.
Let's now talk about Fear
Princess
Effect.
Peach. Princess Peach. She's up there.
There's my.
You just
there's
have to
my,
pick her in Mario Kart.
There you
to
go,
Troll
there you go,
everybody.
there you
There
Yeah.
It's yeah, some
Been the most wonderful time.
Well,
of the
okay,
year.
we've been naming them. If you had to pick one, who would be your favorite female character in a video game?
Ellie.
Oh my god, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she was a female assassin in Tenchu.
Was
I
it
never played Tenchu.
Tenchi?
Hey!
Hey!
Hey-o.
Worst joke of the day.
If GLaDOS is allowed, I'll pick GLaDOS because literally some of the funniest voice lines in gaming history. If not,
wrong.
I'd honestly have to say like I'd probably say Ellie because I'm a big fan of The Last of Us 2. I know that game's very divisive. I love the first one, and her for better for worse, it depends who you're talking to. I think it's earned, but I think her progression. I don't know how much I can talk about because of the show, but just how she progresses as a character of, I'm just going to say it, as becoming the embodiment of vengeance, I think
like
is
it,
really,
yeah.
really, really fun.
Well,
He's
yeah,
awesome.
I
There's a
agree.
cat.
He's letting me know that time is up.
All right.
That's fair.
Well,
how you end the
let's do
show.
a run around.
Goodbye.
Favorite character, Paddy.
That'll be Ellie as well, yeah. And John,
Yeah.
probably because everyone John said there. That's easy way to get out of that one.
Aidan?
I like Jill Valentine a lot.
Yeah, Jill's a
Yeah.
good shout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Jill Valentine a lot. She's a class character.
What about you, Roland?
Probably
Aloy
Lara
is also
Croft,
very good.
honestly, because I remember playing the original like back on PC, trying
Oh yeah.
to control that silly
gonna say,
character.
Do
Trying
you
to,
remember how badly those games play?
jump with the
Is that too-
space bar.
Is that Tomb Raider? What'd you say?
Yeah, Tomb Raider, yeah.
Oh yeah, even on console. Do you ever try and play those games now? The
tank
controls are
controls.
absolute arse.
And I will say the new ones are absolutely brilliant, to be honest.
I never played the newest one, the third one out of the new trilogy. I never played it.
She
I
gets
played the
her
first
ass
two.
kicked and keeps on going. It's really, really good games.
Yeah.
Very, very difficult to kind of not remaster, but remake those games and for them to be as good as they are. But yeah, really good.
Not as many dinosaurs. I have to
No.
say. Not many T-Rexes.
Also, Freya from Final Fantasy IX is a fantastic character.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I love
Freya-
Final Fantasy
Freya-
9.
Freya from God of War is pretty good too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'd love to hunt someone down if they put my dad. No.
I said there's a lot of female characters in Final Fantasy. Sure.
No, there's like
Tifa Lockhart.
Yeah.
Aerith.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're not do this
You.
again. We're not going
No,
back
you
on
just
this.
said it.
We're going down now. We're not going.
Yuffie, of course.
Guys,
I'm gonna
we
go
will,
seven.
This can't help himself. I know more. I know more of them.
What we'll do is we'll just mute him from this side and just let him keep talking. You just see him just doing this.
We are a little bit over. Thank you so much,
Perfect.
everybody, for sticking with us the whole way through the show. Absolutely hell of a time. Really fun chatting with you guys, as always, and everybody in the chat as well. Thanks so much for the interaction. It really does help with the old algorithm.
They're all great.
Yeah, you're all you're all great.
Unless
So-
it's cheated video games.
Aiden,
you're-
Yeah,
John,
we don't like you, Dan.
Paddy, Tink, and myself. Until next time, please sub to the channel. We're going to be here every Wednesday, 9 o'clock. Tell your friends, tell your family, get your cat open on your phone. I don't care what you do, but we're just trying to grow
Hey,
this.
the man on the bus. You call the
Yeah,
cops,
yeah.
they know us. Do it.
want
We're
this
trying
new
to grow.
podcast.
This year is hopefully going to be a big year for us. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep giving you content. If you have any suggestions, you know where to find us. There's so many different chats now for the Republic of Players. Just drop us a line. We're always open to have a conversation about any suggestions, and always open to talk about video games as well. Thank you so much, guys, and we will talk to everybody next Wednesday, same time, same place. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,